Hey there, everybody. So it's been quite a while since I have done a video, and mostly because there really hasn't been much to do a video on. There hasn't really been too many changes since the last Sim update 11 and so forth in that final release. So why are we here today then? Well, this is the first beta release of Sim Update 12. Not World Update 12. People get them confused because the numbers are kind of in sync right now. But this is Sim Update 12. And it has quite a large change log, which I will put a couple of screenshots at the end of this video so that you can see some of them. I'm not going to do all of them because for a couple reasons. One is they could actually change before the final release of the Sim update. So some of the things they did is they optimized the check for updates phase to reduce booting time, added an assistance option to customize the intensity of turbulence experienced during flight, quite a large list of general bug fixes, some traffic fixes, some weather fixes, so quite a bit. So like I said, I will put that at the end of the video, some of the screenshots, and you can see what they are all about. So I'm just making sure here that none of my settings change. Now, normally when I do an update of any sort, the first thing I do is I empty my community folder, and I did that on this update as well. However, once I applied the update, the beta, I could no longer launch other than in safe mode. It was crashing to the desktop, and now that's really some of the very first crashes I've ever experienced with this sim. So I've been very fortunate. I posted in the forum and got a quick response to not only empty the community folder, but to go into safe mode and remove every marketplace item that I purchased. And so I did that, and now I've been able to launch. And so we are sitting here at KAVL, that's Asheville, and we are in the Cicada TB30 Epsilon because it's a nice plane, and without all my purchases in the marketplace, there aren't a whole lot of types of planes that I normally do my flying in. So like I said, we're here in Asheville. I did not change any of the settings that I've been flying under at all. I've left them pretty much the same. So we're just kind of the first initial test. You are seeing it with me because like I said, I could not get this to launch other than in safe mode. I put it in safe mode, removed everything in the marketplace, launched it, chose this plane, chose this airport, and hit record. And so you're with me on my first maiden flight of the Sim update. And yeah, I'm seeing a little bit of stuttering type of action here. But again, I'm also not flying in your normal flight patterns. So we'll get a little bit higher. We'll see how it looks. I mean, graphics look good. I'm seeing very nice graphics in my Quest 2 headset here. And what I've shown with some of my previous videos, what you're seeing in this recording is pretty much what I see in my headset. Now, it may be a little bit different because I'm flying with prescription lenses in my headset, but the recording is being done in the headset. This is what is being streamed into my headset. So that's where this recording is native. So not only are you seeing the raw flight, but this is the raw recording. I'm not doing any editing at all. I'm just flying here around Asheville with everybody, and we're checking it out together. And like I said, I mean, and it'll probably be a bit more pronounced when we actually have the recorded video as opposed to right now in the flight. Sometimes the recording introduces a little bit of stuttering or what appears to be like a slower frame rate, but is not actually the case. So if we look here, you know, under general options, we're looking, everything is exactly where I have it because I keep my config file, and I explained this in my most recent settings video. My config file is marked as read only, so even when I update the sim can't make changes. I don't know where the turbulence item is. I'm going to delete the rolling cache, even though I don't have it enabled. I'm going to delete it anyhow, just, you know, why not? It doesn't hurt anything. So I'm just trying to see if that makes this a little bit smoother. Again, I haven't made changes to any of my settings. I'm just, you were with me for the jump into the aircraft and fly on this Sim Update 12 beta release number 1. Again, it is Sim Update, not World Update. And, I mean, it seems to be doing pretty good for this level of flying in this aircraft. I think we're going to maybe go down a little bit and check out down closer to the ground. I gotta be careful. I do not know this aircraft really, and I'm not sure what it's capable of. And I tend to push my aircraft. I actually have a video I was working on with all the World War II aircraft and climbing to the same exact height. Excuse me, bit of a sharp corner there for an aircraft. But I started out with each aircraft, the Corsair, the P-40, the F-3F, the Spitfire, and start out at the same altitude on each one, line myself up kind of the same way, and then I dive and see which one survives my dives, and so kind of fun. I haven't finished that video yet. All right. Now see, ideally I really should have probably died there because I flew through high power lines. Now they don't have them in the game, which is a good thing because these damn lines come up really quick on you. And at my level of flying, it's very seldom you got time to react. But there's no wires in between these high tension lines over here to our left. And so you gotta take into account that they're not there, they should be, and I probably ran across them a few times. At least I know it once there, and I have in other places, but luckily the wires aren't there. So yeah, it seems to be doing pretty good. I'm not complaining about the performance so far. I'm thinking it's pretty good. I'm going to open the canopy here because I think I can open the canopy on this aircraft without overstressing. I think this is one that flies. Whether or not I can fly with it at high speeds, I'm not sure, but I do love flying with an open canopy. It just, but somebody's got to fix this. You notice no pilot shadow. How come nobody has noticed this or said or done anything about this? There's got to be a way just to put in a very generic silhouette. You know, just very generic. I don't care if it's a guy or a girl or, you know, Jeff Dunham's puppet Peanut. Actually, that would be kind of fun to fly with him. But that's the one thing that ruins VR for me. I don't know if that's a warning light because I don't read French. I'll have to look it up. I mean, it looks like it, but I don't think I can click on it. I'm not sure what that is. I'll have to look up what the word means in French. But, yeah, that's the one thing that, to me, ruins the immersiveness of the game. So you can see here, I'm just turning off my sunglasses, but you can see here what my settings are. It's NIS. You know, the percentages are hard to give out because if you make a change in SteamVR or if you make a change in virtual desktop, those actually can both affect the numbers that show up in these. You can see I do have override on, and these are the numbers I'm getting right now. And so with these numbers, this is the performance I get. I'm not sure what that is. I haven't seen that one. It doesn't seem to do anything in mine, but I'm not sure. But yeah, like I said, if I go into my SteamVR and change my resolution in there, it's going to change the numbers there. The one thing that doesn't change those numbers is the Oculus app. Because the Oculus app, I mean, I don't even have it on my computer right now, other than just to get the initial setup done. That's it. I use SteamVR Virtual Desktop and no Oculus. This is so cool. God, I love VR. And open canopies. Let's see how close we can get to some trees here. This is one time where you really want to make sure that your buckles are all secure on your harness when you're inverted in an open cockpit. But it's also a fairly good test of smoothness and streaming. You know, when you're nice view. When you're flying normal, you know, most of your view is taken up by your airplane, your aircraft, cockpit, and so forth. Canopy, the cowl. But when you're flying inverted, most of your view is the scenery. So I do it once in a while. It's a good test. But yeah, so far, like I said, it seems to be performing pretty well. And so I will continue to test so that you don't have to. And thanks for watching. We'll see you all in the skies. Maybe a little more inverted flying here over the water or so. Looks like a nice area to fly inverted one more time. Ooh, this don't feel right. This don't feel right. Oh, I knew it. Hey, thanks for watching. See you in the skies. I gotta go get my plane.